At 9, I've got Chris Richards.
You mean the guy that didn't play a single minute in MLS?
Don't start with me. I don't need your nonsense. Because if we were limiting that to just minutes played, then we would get DeAndre Yedlin and all those guys in there. Their
Yeah,
impact,
why
the
shouldn't they be
impact on
considered?
the impact on the league, knowing that he came from our academy system matters because it gives what's I'm trying to think of the right word. It gives legitimacy to what we're doing. Our clubs can do that. He was a homegrown player. He was sold for money. That shows that the homegrown system works, whether he played a minute or not. Second most titles won with Bayern, and I think somewhere else. Sold for the ninth highest fee of all homegrown players out of the Dallas Academy. And that's why it matters because that money matters. And then 26 on the international appearance scales. He finished with an average of like 12 and a third, which puts him pretty high up there considering the lowest average is 54.
You're such a Euro snob.
Cry.
You're
Cry
such a
harder.
Euro. How are you gonna give him? You're gonna count the Bayern titles for him?
I count all
Like
titles.
he
What did I tell you?
played. He's played less than 100 minutes for Bayern.
Wah, wah.
Never played a single minute in MLS. I have no doubt that he's probably in terms of talent, he's top 10 on this list. And I think that's probably unquestioned. I mean, there's a reason he got the move to Bayern's Youth Academy in the first place, but he made like I feel like he hasn't really made an impact to MLS yet. I mean, he's played one season at the top flight where he's played more than 1,000 minutes. One season. It's crazy. That's insane.
He just got a $12 million move out of Bayern. You don't do that if you're not great.
12 million out of Bayern. That's doesn't feel like a lot for Bayern.
Yeah, but it's like you're still getting that move. Name three. I mean, you probably can name legitimately maybe 10 players who have a fee higher than that right now. Out
From
of out of
MLS.
MLS out of MLS homegrown players.
More than how much? 12?
12.
Well, that's not the same thing. They're not coming straight from MLS. There's like an immediate markup the minute they're in Europe.
Fair. Don't care. Stays at 9. I'm not moving him.
Fine. Our lists are going to be so drastically different, like insanely drastically different.
And again, as long as you're close, I don't care.
We won't be. We're not going to be close. I'll tell you this though. I think we're still going to land on the same number one, but
I sure hope so.
2 through 10, we're going to be completely different.
All right, we'll see.
All right. At 9 for me, I've got Matt Miazga for RBNY. He's got 5,365 minutes in MLS so far. That includes Red Bull and his current stint with FCC. Very solid defender when he's been here in MLS. Obviously got the jump over to Chelsea. Didn't really play for Chelsea, but to be able to still get that move to the Premier League, especially around the time when Miazga did it, it was definitely not nearly as common as it is now to get European moves, and to move to one of the top teams in the Premier League was a big deal. The fee, according to Transfer Market, was only 4.6 million, a bit lower compared to fees nowadays. But everything was a bit less costly back then. He has one MLS All-Star appearance to his name and 2 supporter shields. And for those of you who may have only just recently been following the USMNT, he used to be an out-and-out starter for the national team. So he's got about 2,000 minutes played for the national team, which really helped to bump him up on my list as well. So really his move overseas and his time in the national team was really the stats that bumped him up my list a lot.
Don't hate it. Reserving judgment.
I figured he'd be on your list. Your list is just going to be all the people that moved to Europe.
No.
No, it
Want to know
is.
what?
It's 100% just going to be everybody that jumped to Europe.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Number
Well,
8.
no, I do number 8.